Yeah.
Yeah.
Married to the game, but his kid don't play. Know all about the heat like Dwayne on Wade. His records don't fade. How I run inside the lane is insane. You saying now, what is you saying?
You can tell by the energy that it's game time, giving you sports and entertainment at the same time. Roy coming with the X's and O's, while Lakita got the scoop on what you need to know.
Back to the wall, that's a Hall of Fame. Make it so hot that they call out the flames. Made them holler things, how we on $1 way just to get up all the ring, if you know what I mean.
We got the super team, we going for the chip. No matter what the pitch, we got another hit. Know the main reason why the fans go nuts? It's married to the game, yeah, we so clutch.
If nothing else remains the same, I'm married to the game. Players and teams will change. I'm married to the game. People always come and go, but I'm married to the flow. If nothing else remains the same, we're married to the game. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, good peoples? My name is Rory Chirac, filling in for my wife, Lakita Chirac, who is under the weather, but nevertheless, this is Married to the Game. We are back. Been a long time since we had a chance to kick it with one another. Did you miss us? Because I know, man, we missed you guys. Still the same thing, married to the game, the veteran sports writer, the casual wife fan, tossing it up on sports, entertainment, all that good stuff, blasting through your digital speakers from the beautiful city of Atlanta, GA. That super producer Trax a Taylor on the boards. And of course, to God be the glory, because married to the game, we are now celebrating our 1-year anniversary. Yes, in January 2017, Married to the Game debuted. Fast forward a year later, 40 episodes, this marks episode number 40, under our belt, and we are just growing and progressing and learning and having fun and meeting new people. And we thank you guys for checking in with us all the time, all the love on social media, the likes, the follows, the shares, the comments we hear through emails, people talking to us on the streets here in Atlanta. Thank you guys so much. Last year was great, but this year it's going to be even better. Of course, that same Married to the Game flavor that you get here with the, quote, expert journalists, use that term very, very loosely, and the casual fan wife who, like I said earlier, she's under the weather, but with her antics, her off-the-wall witty humor, that's what we bring, talking sports, talking, I'm always going to bring the data, the stats. She's coming in with breaking it down in the layman's perspective. For the casual fans, she's always going to hit you in the head with the entertainment aspect of what all is going on here. Triumph for 1 year that we are been doing this show. And so with that, with this episode today, Super Bowl 52, the first of our 2 previews of the unofficial American holiday, that is the Super Bowl, Philadelphia Eagles, New England Patriots, US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We already know February 4th, 2018. Okay, this week is the quiet before the madness, but we'll make a little bit of noise about this duel before the teams descend on Minneapolis. Philly and New England, all right, we all know they're playing for the Vince Lombardi Trophy, but the guys at the Reese's Senior Bowl hope to one day compete for that championship crown. Before they get to the league, one last college game, an all-star game, and it goes down this weekend in Mobile, Alabama. So we talk with Rob Lehockey, Director of Public Relations and Digital Media with the Reese's Senior Bowl, about all the on and off the field activities. Now, you know Atlanta is a college football hub, but it's also the epicenter of HBCU alumni culture. I mean, I can't think of any other city in the United States where there is an alumni base of pretty much every HBCU here in this city. So it's only fitting that Atlanta is the host city for the Honda Battle of the Bands. 8 heavyweight HBCU bands take over Mercedes-Benz Stadium this weekend. And our preview of this classic ritual includes a conversation with Alexandria Warnier, manager with American Honda Foundation, and Dr. James Oliver, band director at Alabama State University. The Marching Hornets are going to be on the field at the Honda Battle of the Bands. And we got a loaded show, as always, a triumphant show, our anniversary show. It's been a long time coming. We haven't kicked it with you guys since before the holidays in December, but we're back for your listening pleasure. This is our triumph, and this is Married to the Game. All right, if you're as passionate about football as I am, that song, that music just gives you the goosebumps of those old NFL films and the gladiator marches and the sounds. Super Bowl 52, Philadelphia Eagles, New England Patriots. Now you already know that this is a rematch of Super Bowl 39. Not all the same players. The two main principals, head coach Bill Belichick, quarterback Tom Brady. New England won that game, 27-24. That was their third title in a 4-year span. Now, the Patriots have 5 rings and are looking to be the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champions since the New England Patriots, Super Bowl 38, and the aforementioned Super Bowl 39. Now, this year's Super Bowl is in freezing, and that's an understatement to call it freezing. Minneapolis, Minnesota. The last time the Super Bowl was in Minneapolis, Super Bowl 26, Washington versus Buffalo. The temperature in Minneapolis right now, as we're here in the studio with Traxxer Taylor, 22 degrees. 22 degrees. The temperature on Super Bowl Sunday, according to the Weather Channel, is supposed to be 12 degrees. But the game's indoors at US Bank Stadium. It doesn't matter. 12 degrees. Ugh. Super Bowl should always be in hot cities, warm. It's in Atlanta next year. Last time it was in Atlanta, it was an ice storm. But maybe next year it'll be some good weather. But it should be in like places like Atlanta, of course. I'm going to be biased. But Miami, New Orleans, San Diego. Now there's an NFL team in LA, so it's going to return to LA. Places like that. Back to the game, though. Because when it's in freezing Minneapolis, it's hard to party. Now, I was blessed to be at Super Bowl 38 in Houston. Last year's Super Bowl was in Houston. It's another great city for the Super Bowl to be in. And you can be a part of all the parties and the things that are going on because there's wall-to-wall parties, entertainment galore. Lakita would be all over it. And we'll talk about all that stuff on next week's show. But who wants to be partying when it's that brick outside? 12 degrees, 22 degrees. I guess if you really are that pressed, you're going to make it out to the club. Now, the Vikings, they thought they would be the first team to host the Super Bowl. It's kind of weird. They lost in the championship game to the Eagles, and now they have to watch the Eagles play on their field for the Super Bowl. Hey, but they took that L, and it was an embarrassing L last Sunday in Philly. And the fans are still salty about it. There's some rumors stirring around in the Twin Cities that Uber drivers want to take Philly fans around and give them bogus directions to wherever they're going. So give them the, quote, scenic route to get to where as a way of some type of petty payback. You know what? Fanhood is real out there in the field. So now next week's program will include more talk about the Super Bowl, some real football banter, some X's and O's, breaking down the film, the info on the parties and the entertainment, because Lakita's going to be wanting to talk about that. And we'll make our game predictions. And we got some fans that are going to chime in, some Philly fans, some Patriot fans. We already know where their heart is leaning to. But that's on next week's show, so be sure to check that out. Super Bowl 52, unofficial American holiday. Yeah, we're all over it. Earlier this month, Alabama beat Georgia at Mercedes-Benz Stadium to win the national championship. Great game. Now, for the casual fans, like my partner here, they would think that, okay, we put a bow on the college football season. Nope. We ain't done with college football yet. The Reese Senior Bowl kicks off Saturday, January 27th at Lad People Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. Now, this is top stars that get to show up their skills in front of not only NFL scouts, but they'll be playing with NFL coaches. Some of the headliners that are going to be there, Josh Allen, quarterback from Wyoming, who a lot of draft experts have him going with the first pick to the Cleveland Browns. Good luck with that if that happens. Baker Mayfield, Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma. They're the headline quarterbacks, and they'll be calling the plays in the huddle. Linebacker Shaquem Griffin of the undefeated UCF, University of Central Florida. And then on a local angle, David Bellamy, Georgia linebacker, he's a beast. Both of those guys are beasts. There's some of the defensive stars that are going to be out. Lots of great action leading up to this game, too. Man, there's rallies, open practices. So for you college football fans, you've seen your guys on TV all year long, every Saturday. You get to watch them practice, running their drills, and you can get their autographs. That's a win-win all the way around. Tailgate parties, and there'll be tailgate contests and rallies going on. Mobile, Alabama is the place to be if you're a college football fan. So to help break down all this good stuff, we talk one-on-one with Rob Lehockey, Director of Public Relations and Digital Media with the Reese Senior Bowl. Check it out. We're so blessed and honored to have Rob Lehockey with the Reese Senior Bowl. Thank you so much for joining us today on Married to the Game.
My pleasure.
What is it about the Senior Bowl that stands out from the rest with the 65-year history of excellence?
Well, I think it's our affiliation with the National Football League. Goes back to 1950, actually. It's our 69th game. And we've always had NFL staffs coach our game. The top players come here every year. We have tradition. And we put players into the NFL. It's the premier all-star game out there, and it's really the first step in the pre-draft process.
Well, now that the rosters are set for both squads, tell us about the selection and the invitation process and the standouts on each team.
We've got full rosters for the North and the South. It really starts, back in the summer, and we send scouts out all the way through the fall. And we probably have seen, out of the 400 players on our watch list that we released in August, we've probably seen 300 or so in person, whether it's people on our staff here or scouts, or we also confer with NFL contacts throughout the league. So, we try to get the best players in the game, regardless if they're on the North or South roster. Sometimes, like this year, for example, we've got Florida players on the North. We know geography. We know Florida's in the South, but we just try to get the best players. And sometimes you have, a certain position, for example, say defensive line, you have more solid defensive line players in the South, for example. So some of those guys might have to be put on the North, but we want to put the best players out there. So obviously our standouts this year, we have two of the top quarterbacks in the draft, with Baker Mayfield, of course, out of Oklahoma, who's the Heisman Trophy winner. I think everybody knows Baker. Some of people may not know Josh Allen, who is the quarterback out in Wyoming, who NFL scouts have been salivating over since he was a sophomore. And he's coming out. He's a junior graduate. He's graduated in 4 years, so he's eligible. He declared. So he's excited to be here. He's got all the physical tools. He's a big kid, 6'4", 230, 225, a rocket arm, best arm in the draft. So he's probably going to be the most intriguing player here, even maybe over Baker, which is hard to imagine. Baker has a lot of things still to prove on and off the field, and we're excited to have him here as well. Now,
you got top-tier talent as far as the players and the coaching staff. It was Bill O'Brien and his Houston Texans staff, and then Vance Joseph and his Denver Broncos staff. We'll talk about having these guys drawing up plays for the players in the Senior Bowl.
We're excited to have both of them. Both of them are great coaches, and I think Vance has been here before as an assistant